guys, welcome to Stacking the Shelves for the last maybe like 3 weeks or so. I can't quite remember. I think the last time I did a Stacking the Shelves was mid-April. And it's mid-May now, and I did say I'm going to do these about once a month. I am not getting as many books. I have just not been reading quite as much and trying to really get through all of my review books that I have through NetGalley and Edelweiss and wherever. I am almost through all of my review books, so I'm super excited to start reading some books that I just want to read rather than books that I have to read. Anyways, so that being said, since the last Stacking the Shelves that I did get 5 books. And the first one I got is one for review, and that is Monsters Born and Made by Tanvi Burwa. I think that's how you say it. Honestly, I had kind of like they took a long time to grant this. I'm not requesting any more review books. This is one that granted kind of from a long time ago, and I don't remember much about it. I know it's a fantasy. That's about it. So, yeah, I will put the book over here. I don't even know when it's coming out because honestly I'm not paying a lot of attention. But I did get it for review. Then I did borrow 4 books through Kindle. And the first one of those is Activated by Nova McBee. This is the 3rd and final book in the Calculated series. Again, this series has not been promoted a lot and hasn't gotten a lot of, publicity, but it is really good. It's about a bunch of teens who are geniuses in specific fields, and we are following one girl in particular in this novel who is a genius at both mathematics and economics, and she gets kidnapped and used by this Russian crime ring to help them work the world economy, basically. And then eventually she, that the first book is about that, and she gets out of that situation. And the second book is kind of about her involvement with another team of geniuses to try to prevent world economic collapse with another thing. It's very fascinating to me and very interesting. It's all these like super smart kids, and the plot is very intriguing. I've really been enjoying the series, so I would recommend it if something like that sounds at all interesting to you. It's a little bit more on the mystery thriller end of things. And then the second one I got from Kindle Unlimited is In Plain Sight by Dan Willis. This is the first book in the Arcana Casebook series, and this is a series I've wanted to read for a couple years. It's gotten very solid reviews, and it sounds amazing. And I finally have gotten rid of enough review books that I feel comfortable like requesting other books to start a new series. The next book I got from Kindle Unlimited was one I actually was planning on borrowing from the library, but it showed up Kindle Unlimited, so I thought, why not? And that is Dance of Thieves, Book 1 by Mary E. Pearson. I believe this is a duology. I do actually have the physical book of this to read. I got it a couple years ago, and I just haven't read it, so I will be reading it soon. It's on my list of books I want to read this year, which I'm doing pretty good on. I should probably do to update those. I had 20 books that I wanted to read this year, and I think I've read like 15 or 16 of them. So, anyways, I just got this because it's a little bit easier for me to read it on my Kindle. I can make the font a little bit bigger. I have a Paperwhite, I have Oasis now, so like I can have it backlit and not wake up my husband while I'm reading and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'll be reading it on my Kindle, but it is just a replacement for a paper book that I have. And then the last book that I got through Kindle Unlimited is the Twice Scorned Lady of Shadow, which is the 3rd book in the Guild Codex Unveiled series. I had to think about that. Unveiled series by Annette Marie. This is the 3rd book in the series as featuring Zach, the Crystal Druid. And I've been loving it. I really like all her Guild Codex books, but this one in particular is near and dear to my heart. And this book just came out, I think beginning of May. So it's just released, and I did kind of drop everything to read it. So yeah, very excited to read that. I've been really loving that series. So that's what I got this week. Again, I'm going to be doing these videos like maybe once a month. I'll try to do at least once a month. Been very busy, again, studying for the patent bar, working a new job, trying to meet up with friends and stuff more, and, spring, it's always a lot of housework, a lot of yard work, getting stuff ready for spring, so working on all of that and playing more video games. I will say, like, once we had my son, right? Like once you have a kid or kids, you have to kind of reprioritize a lot of stuff. And so it's been, and it just like so we always joke, like my husband and I both read and played video games. And I kind of dropped playing video games because I preferred reading over video games. And my husband kind of dropped reading over video games because he preferred playing video games somewhat over reading. He does still read a little bit, and I do still play video games a little bit. But, you know, we kind of had to make choices because my son had all these after school activities and all of that. Now that my son is in college, it's getting to the point where he's like going to be driving next year and he's getting more of his own life, which is great. And it's got the weird side effect that like it's putting us into another transition, right? Like we have suddenly a little bit more time to ourselves where we're not running him around, and like he's doing really good in school and stuff, and I'm super proud of him for taking ownership of all that. And it means like I don't have to help him with schoolwork, right? He's just, if he needs help with something, he's going in and getting help from his teacher, and he's keeping up on all of that. And he's just becoming a responsible adult, which is amazing. And it makes it so me and my husband have to like reevaluate things, right? Like we don't go grocery shopping as a family. Like my son wants to stay home and work on something, fine, he can do that, you know? So it's just another transitional phase. So I've been playing more video games again. It's something that my husband and son both do quite a bit of, and it's nice to do it again. But it comes with a little bit of a cost because even though I'm not doing as much with my son and all these activities, I am studying for the pen bar, so I'm not reading as much. And that's like a really long roundabout way of saying I'm just not reading as much. And I think I'm okay with that. Like I've been writing my book blog for since I think 2007, and I'm ready to have like a break and do some other stuff. So very excited to both be getting more time to do fun stuff and kind of transition a little bit. I don't know, anybody who's gone through their kids like going through high school and then when he goes away to college, that'll be a whole nother thing, right? It's very different. Things change a lot. Things are changing a lot. They're changing a lot for him. They're changing a lot for us, and we're all trying to keep up, you know, and make sure everybody stays in contact and knows what's going on and all of that. So very exciting time, but also a lot of change. Other than that, I don't really have a lot to say. I hope that you guys are still getting a lot of great books to read, and definitely comment if you've got some great books down below. I know this YouTube channel doesn't have a huge followership, subscribership. I don't know what you would call it. But I am going to try to keep kind of limping along here with a couple videos a month. So this is the books I got in the last 4 weeks, and I'll try to do another one mid-June. And I hope that you guys have a great week of reading, and I will talk to you later. Bye.